your favorite 71% successful grant writer and 10-year grant winner Superior Shelby. I'm so happy you was able to join me in this live stream this evening. Tonight we are going to talk about a $100,000 grant opportunity you cannot afford to miss. I'm going to go over some simple grant tips to give you reassurance and clarity on how to find them. And then once we go over the $100,000 grant opportunity, and I'm going to walk you through the steps, then I'm going to open the floor for any questions. And obviously, you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's just $50. You can always text the word hashtag grants to 855-731-1487. If you are joining me live, I'll go ahead and put the number in the chat so you can text me anytime during this live stream. This live stream, I promise you, it won't take you much time, because I want to make sure that people who are catching this live stream afterwards, which means if you are watching this afterwards, thanks so much for watching, then it won't be so long. You can just watch the entire live stream. So as you're coming into the live stream, make sure you like the live stream so that way the YouTube algorithm can spread this information out to other entrepreneurs who is looking for this amazing grant information. So welcome in. All right, so we're going to get right into it. Grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. All right, so it's totally different from traditional lending opportunities. Traditional lending would be loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. With loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, you have to provide so much of your personal information, like your date of birth, your social security number, your bank statements, all these documents just to show proof that you can pay the loan back. But with grants, what I love so much about grants, grants, is that you don't have to pay back. These are free rewards, usually in the form of money, that you can get from your state and local governments. So, for example, you might find a grant through your small business, your local small business resource development resource center. And so that's usually the SBDC or the SBA. And they would say $10,000 grants for Black women-owned companies in Dallas, Texas, right? That's an example. That is a grant that is provided and funded by your state and local government, by other sponsors and donators. Then you can also get grants from big companies like Amazon, Uber, DoorDash, Google, so many big companies, even like Foot Locker, places like that make millions of dollars on an annual basis. They give out grants too, because this helps them out on the back end with getting, tax incentives. So there will always be a grant no matter what is going on economically and politically, because these grants help out these big multi-million-dollar companies on their taxes. And that refers to them giving out charitable gifts and rewards. And then you can also get a grant from any type of sponsor or a nonprofit organization that helps startup and small business owners. So, for example, that can simply be Hello Skip, Hello Alice, the Fearless Fund, I Fund Women, right? The Black Ambition Prize. These are places, these are nonprofit organizations that receive donations and collaborate with other big companies to give sponsorships and grants to startup business owners and small business owners who are already generating revenue. Now, Hello Skip specifically, they are a U.S. certified nonprofit organization. They give out a $1,000 raffle grant every week and a $10,000 grant every month. Now, they use some of the money from their sponsors and donators, and they also use some of their, streaming revenue. So the revenue that they get from like YouTube and other, social media platforms that they generate revenue from, and they share that revenue with their audience, which is you all, to give you all the startup and small business funding that you deserve to be able to start your business and scale. So what I love the most about grants is that it doesn't ding your credit, which means you don't get an inquiry on your personal credit because there's no credit checks, and you simply don't have to pay it back. And grants are actually easy to win. Now, we have so many startup and small business owners out there that are actually putting some rumors out there in the streets, telling y'all that there is personal interest with choosing a winner, or grants are actually not a real thing, or simply saying all of this nonsense because they've never won a grant themselves. Winning a grant is not a challenge. You have to have creative writing skills and be properly prepared and be willing to apply to as many opportunities as you possibly can. So welcome into the live stream, friends. Make sure you like the live stream so that way YouTube algorithm can push out this information out to all of the entrepreneurs that's looking for this business funding information. All right, so there are so many myths behind winning grants. I actually recently uploaded a video on how to win grants, and I also included 4 grant winners, and I proved to you how they was able to win. One of those winners is actually my client that I received permission from, and they recently won a lot of money in the month of April by me applying to grants for them. So it is very, very possible for you to be able to win a grant. You just need to be properly prepared and have some sort of creative writing skills. Now, if you are not confident in how to answer these questions, then you can always hire a grant writer. But hiring a grant writer means you will pay us up front for our creative writing skills and also for us to take the time out to search and apply for the grants for you. That's what you pay for a grant writer for, okay? Now that we have that cleared up, also you don't pay for a grant writer for a guaranteed win. With grants and any opportunity out here, there's no 100% guarantee that you would actually win a grant because it's a competition. Just like how you aggressively need this grant funding opportunity, there's so many more other startup businesses, ideas, innovations, and small businesses that actually need this funding aggressively like you do too. So it's very important that you put in the time and effort to really show up for your business and to push the reasons for why you should be chosen for this free money that you don't have to pay back. Okay? So I said it's free money, but it ain't easy money. Okay? That's just not how the world in 2025 works. Ain't nothing coming to you with as a handout. Nothing coming to you for free. You have to be willing to put the work in for it. And putting the work in for you getting this actual grant is answering simple grant questions like, what would you do with the grant money? How would the grant money be impactful to your business? What is your business service or product? How are you different from your competitors? And what is the need, right, for the grant or something of some sort, okay? So answering 5 simple questions that's generally on every grant application, you just simply need to either have your own answer key or, like I always advise you, have what's called a business plan. See, it's not hard for you to win a grant if you are properly prepared. Most startup business owners and small business owners don't win grant opportunities, or they simply don't even apply because 1, they're not properly prepared. 2, they lack the confidence thereof with answering the questions. And 3, they do not stay consistent on or on top of the grant correspondence. These are the top 3 reasons why most startup business owners and small business owners do not get approved or win any grants. So if you're going to go for this free money, you have to be diligent, okay? And diligent on, which is me being very hyper aware of exactly the grants that you are applying to, be organized, and stay on top of the grant correspondence. Okay, so we'll go over that. Now, I get the same frequently asked question all the time. How do I apply to a grant? A grant application is very, 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 very easy to apply to. This is why this is actually something you should incorporate in your daily or weekly small business routine. Give your business a chance at winning some of this free money so you can have the necessary capital that you need to be able to invest into the supplies and equipment that you need, or to invest into your development process. Now, with these grants, when you are opening up the application, usually what happens is that there is a simple application where they are asking for the business information, general information like the business name, EIN, the website, the address, the phone number, the social media platform, right? And then you have general questions about yourself. So what is your first and last name? So they want to know about the owner. And then there's another part that asks you those main 5 questions, which is what would you do with the grant? How would the grant be impactful? What is your product or service? What makes you different from your competitors? And how is show a need for the grant, right? How are you persevering even without the grant money? Okay, so the best ways to be prepared for these grants is to simply have a business plan. The business plan is going to serve as that answer key. All right, that answer key for answering those main 5 questions that you will most likely see on all of the grant applications. Okay, so when you have questions like what would you do with the grant, or tell us about your product or service, well, your executive summary will be able to answer all of those simple, frequently asked questions that you would have to answer on multiple grant applications. Okay, so having a business plan properly prepares you for these grants. I'll also show you in this $100,000 grant opportunity how having a business plan will actually increase your chances of approvals for this particular $100,000 grant, okay, that we're about to go over. Secondly, you need to have what's called a pitch deck. PITCHDECK. A pitch deck is the PowerPoint version of your business plan. It's very direct, and it's a visual piece or a visual slideshow that shows the grantors or the other party that you're requesting funding from about like the general information or the direct information they need to know about your business. So you would have like the first slide will be introduction, the second slide will be about the product, the third slides would be about the problem, the fourth slide will be about the solution, the fifth slide will be about who are your competitors and what makes you different, and then so on and so on. You will also incorporate a slide that has your funding goal and how you would be impactful to your community or impactful to your clients with having this particular opportunity or reaching your funding goal. Okay, so you can also put in a roadmap inside of your business pitch deck, whatever you need, whatever information you need to put in there to really pitch to investors and to grantors the reasons for why you should be chosen for the opportunity. Now, later in this live stream, with the $100,000 grant opportunity, I'll show you why having a business plan in the pitch deck is going to help you increase your chances of approvals for this $100,000 grant. Okay. All right, and then last but not least, you should have a 3-minute pitch video. Every serious business has a commercial, even mine. I've been in business for 10 years and I have so much content about what I do all over the world, not just for US-based businesses. I'm also right now currently located in Africa, so I also write grants internationally as well. All of the content that I put out there about the new grants that I won or new grants that you can apply to or what I do and what my purpose is and how I have a full dedicated YouTube channel to help you learn about these opportunities. Well, all of that content is pretty much like a pitch, right? And I'm getting you all aware of who I aware of grants and who I am and how I help serve you in the grant world. Okay. So every small business needs some serious piece of content, and a 3-minute pitch video is a visual piece that should be showing like information about your service or product, and what makes you different, right? And then also why we should shop with you, why you should be chosen for opportunities. Like it should show some compassion in it, right? Show us what made you actually get into this particular industry. Give us some information that we can use and take it with us and say, hey, we trust you. We trust you with this service. We trust you with these products that you're selling. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much that. Having a business plan will serve as the answer key. You can use your executive summary and other key factors that's in your business plan to help you answer the grant questions. The business pitch deck is that extra piece that you can upload with your grant application in case the grant application requests it. Not all of them request it. And thirdly, having a business pitch video, all right, which is essentially like a business commercial, a 3-minute commercial or a piece of content that explains to us as the consumers and that also pitches to investors why you should be chosen for an opportunity or why we should shop with you. Okay. All right. So having those things will properly prepare you for any type of grant opportunity that you're going for. All right. And so now that you know what properly prepares you for these great grants, okay. I also want to answer the frequently asked question: when should you know if you were selected for a grant? Now, you will usually know when you're selected for a grant on the grant application or on the grant website itself. It will tell you directly when you should be chosen for the grant opportunity. Okay. It will tell you either in the terms and conditions, or it will tell you on the main page, the introductory page, about the grant opportunity. If you don't see it, definitely dive deeper into the grant by clicking on official rules, or going into the terms and conditions, so you can learn more about the grant, how they will grade you, and when they are actually going to choose a winner. Okay. Now, generally speaking, you must give the grantors at least 30 days after the application deadline date. So, for example, if the application deadline date, which is the last day you can submit an application for the grant, is June 14th, then you have to give them by August 14th to review your application and to reach back out to you and let you know who the winners are. Okay. And they usually will let you know who the winners are for that grant opportunity via email. So it's important for you. I said the third reason why most startup and small business owners don't get grants or win grants is because a lot of them miss out on the next steps or the opportunities inside of their email that is sent to them. And so they don't check their emails. Okay. Now, I dive deeper into how to check the emails and what that looks like and what the next steps usually are inside of my video on how to win a grant. I just uploaded that like 3 days ago. So I definitely recommend that you go watch that 6-minute video. But yeah, so let's get right into it. I want to show you all the $100,000 grant. If you have any questions about grants, I also want to answer this frequently asked question before I get into this $100,000 accelerator program. There will always be a grant for whatever business industry you're into. That can be beauty industry, that can be healthcare, that can be youth development and child care facilities, that can be gas stations and stores, that can be if you're going to do like some sort of real estate project to help with domestic violent patients or the homeless. If you are going to do something like open up your own car wash, lawn care service, whatever have you, okay? If you're doing trucking, transportation, there will always be a grant open for you. You can also go for grants by visiting grantwatch.com. That's grantwatch.com. Talk about how to go through that particular website in my grant masterclass, which is a playlist on my YouTube channel. But you can go for grants that are targeted towards you as the entrepreneur. So, for example, there's a lot of grants out here for minority business owners and minority startups. You can be a veteran entrepreneur, so a person who has served in the Army or provided a service. And then you can also be like, let's say, a part of the LGBTQ plus community, right? There's grants specifically for you all. So don't limit yourself and only going for grants for your particular business industry. You can qualify for grants that is targeted towards you as the specific business owner as well. Okay. All right. So, grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. No credit checks, no personal information needed. To be properly prepared, have a business plan, have a business pitch deck, and have a 90-second pitch video or 3-minute pitch video. If you need assistance with, developing, a professional business plan and a pitch deck, I actually write them for you. So you can always text me my number and my information, and booking a one-on-one consultation with me right now. It's only $50. So the information is in the description down below. So if you're watching this afterwards, you can click the link in the description. If you're joining me live, it's all there for you. Okay. All right. So let's go over the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator, which is a $100,000 grant opportunity. Now, the difference between an accelerator program and a grant program is simply accelerator programs give you more incentives. So you will be able to not only get money, but usually they will give you like mentorship. They'll give you discounts on perks and deals on different business resource tools that you will need to have in order to develop. You have networking opportunities, so much more. So I love accelerator programs because they offer more incentives, they offer more opportunities versus just giving you the money and telling you, okay, go out there. But you can still go for these accelerator programs, or you can go for just traditional grants. Either way, you need to have these particular things like a business plan, pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video before you go for them. Yes, having your business foundations definitely increases your chances of approvals. What I mean by that is having your business professionally, properly set up, like your LLC, EIN, a business website, social media accounts, having your business plan, a pitch deck, a 3-minute pitch video, having other credentials that you need in order to perform your services or to develop your product, right? Having your business professionally set up properly definitely increases your chances of approvals. It shows that your business is professional, it shows that your business is serious, and it shows that you are actually moving forward, or you've completed the foundational steps, and all you simply need is the necessary funding to take yourself to the next level. That is showing a need for the grant. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you right now the $100,000 grant opportunity. And we're going to go over it really quick. Okay. Okay. So this is through Generator. I love Generator because they're an awesome accelerator program. No matter where you are in the world, you can get approved for an investment accelerator program through Generator. It's absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. I have global clients. So with that being said, because I do have global clients, I love this particular program. If you are here in Africa with me, if you are in the UK or in the United States, you qualify for any Generator program, accelerator program, okay? All right, so let's go through this one. This one is called the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator. We're going to read through the program, and I'm also going to go through the application with you so you can have reassurance and clarity on what you need. The Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator invests up to 5 companies per year. In addition to a $100,000 investment, each participating startup will receive 12 weeks of concierge mentorship-based programming. Generator is a nationally ranked accelerator that invests in high growth startups and supports the growth of these startups through its network of experienced mentors, technologists, uh, corporate partners, and angel investors and venture capitalists. Okay, you can see all of their accelerator statistics by clicking on that hyperlink. So let's learn more about the particular program we're going for. They have 2 of them. If you're located directly in Delaware, if you have an actual Delaware LLC, then definitely go for the Delaware Fall 2025 Bronze Valley Investment opportunity. But this Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator Fall 2025, the top one, is for everybody. So yeah, it's for any business. All right. So it says we accept all types of startups across all industries and business models, which means you can be any type of business from trucking, beauty, whatever have you, across all industries and business models. You can be business to customer or business to business or business to customer, business to business. You can serve both. Okay. All right, so 100K investment. Here's the managing director information, all right, which is Haley. So you can always email Haley for any additional information that you might need to reassure yourself about this particular grant opportunity. Now, you have by July 27th to apply for this accelerator program, and the program starts September 18th. Now, you need to make a conscious effort to check your email around August 27th. right before they decide to kick off the program around September 18th. So you can check your email and see if you were selected for this particular $100,000 accelerator program with 12-week concierge and so much more that comes with it. Okay. Now, the link and everything to apply to this particular accelerator program, $100,000, is inside of the description. I've already put it in there for you. So you can click that link and apply right now. So let's go through the actual application now. Okay. All right, so this is the Bronze Valley Accelerator application. Like I stated earlier in this live stream, the first half of the most majority of the grant application, they're going to ask you for some information about the owner. So your first and last name, email, phone number, your LinkedIn. It's optional because it doesn't have a red star next to it. Your city, state, zip code, and country. What programs you're applying to, which is obviously the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator Fall 2025. And then the next half will be about your company. So what's the company name? You see there's a red star next to website. So you need to have a website. At least have the domain. If your website is under construction and you're waiting on the necessary funds to be able to complete the website, that's understandable, but at least purchase the domain, which sometimes can cost you $20 to $45. Okay. A description. So describe your business in 3 to 5 sentences. Now, this is where having that business plan really would help you with answering these questions. Describe your business in 3 to 10 sentences. That is information that would actually be in your executive summary. Business model. Describe your business model. So are you business to customer or business to business? How does your business make money or intend to make money? That's very simple. Give them step by step. Okay. How do people find your business? So you can say we advertise on social media. They click the link in our inbox that we send them, or in their DM that we send them. Once they click the link, then they go ahead and purchase one of our products. Our lowest price product is $10. The most expensive product, let's say, is $100. Or we have a bundle deal for $150. If they decide to do the bundle, then they get all these extra incentives, and they're also inside of some sort of community group. Once they do that and they've received their purchase, after 7 days, we send them an email requesting some feedback. And also we give them a 10% off coupon for the next time that they want to shop with our services and products. All right, so that's literally step by step on how you make money. Okay. Do you have any customers? Yes or no. Is the company generating revenue? Yes or no. Now, who are your competitors? Competitors could be other companies working with the same customers, providing a similar solution, or both. Even if they aren't any obvious competitors, sometimes the status quo can be the biggest competition. All right, so if you are selling footwear, you can say Nike, you can say, any other footwear, Reebok, or whatever have you. Those are like the status quo or big competition. But ultimately, if you have your business plan completed, you would literally go to your business plan, copy the information, and paste it here. Okay. This is why I'm telling you, being properly prepared and having your business plan will truly help you with answering the questions on these applications, simply because your business plan is going to be the answer key that you need to answer all of these questions. Okay. You will go to your business plan, copy your competitor analysis, which should be a part of your business plan, and then you would literally paste it here. One and done. Tell us about your team, even if it's just you. What backgrounds and skills do you have to make your company a success? If you are in the beauty industry, you can explain how you got your cosmetology license, how you've been working in the industry for the last 10 years, and how you are ready to scale up and open up your own brick and mortar by using this $100,000 accelerator program opportunity. Okay. Traction. So that may include revenue generated in the last month, revenue generated in the lifetime of your company, monthly revenue growth rate, number of customers, notable customers, number of paid or unpaid pilots, etc. So they need to see some traction. So if you haven't generated any revenue yet, have you received any sort of feedback from any of your potential customers about the idea of your particular product or service? So you don't have to necessarily have generated revenue, but were you willing to go out there and put some sort of poll out on social media, or physically during different farmers market opportunities or free networking events that you went out to, and you ask certain questions to your potential customers about your service and product. What was that poll like, right? How many people out of you speaking to 100 people, let's say at a networking event, or having like 70 or 50 people answer your poll, would actually enjoy or want to purchase your product or service, right? So you need to put that information there because that really shows meritness. That shows that a need for your product or service. Okay. All right. So, but if you generated revenue, obviously you want to show them some sort of revenue growth. So if you generated revenue, you've been in business since 2020, since COVID. What is your revenue growth? Have you grown like 10% since then, or at least 5% every year? So which means by now you would have grown up to like 20%, 25%. Then what is your monthly revenue growth rate, right? So they want all of that information. This is also information you can get from your payment processor like Stripe or PayPal. Okay. What's your industry? So you could just put in what your industry is, what the keywords are. If you are in truck and transportation, all right, very simple. Transportation. Transportation. See, transportation, truck and railroad, or simple transportation if you are doing like medical courier services or something of some sort. Okay. So they have a lot of industries here. You choose from the one that you are and just provide keywords so they can narrow down to exactly what you do. How many full-time employees do you have? Most likely you are your full-time employee, so you count as one. Part-time employees. What is your investment stage? So have you invested in your business already? All right. Investing is like more, it's much beyond than just purchasing your LLC in your business website. Okay. So have you invested like over $1,000? If you have, then you might be in the pre-seed. If not, then you can put in not applicable or not sure. Okay. How much funding have you received to date? So some of you all have been able to get loans off of your LLC, especially during the COVID years. So how much funding have you been able to get? If not, if you are just starting your business, then this will be zero. Are you currently fundraising? Most likely all of you are yes, because you are actually applying to this grant. This is $100,000 opportunity. So this is a part of your fundraising. And then so next you have pitch deck. All right. This is why I said having a business plan. A pitch deck will really help you with increasing your chances of approvals, especially for this $100,000 accelerator program. So the pitch deck will be that PowerPoint version, right? Those slideshows as a PDF version. You will attach the file and drop them there. Mind you, there's no asterisk or red star next to it, so which means it is optional. However, in my 10 years of winning grants, the more information you provide on the application, the higher chances you have at winning these particular grant opportunities. Executive summary. Here's where having a business plan will come into place. Your executive summary is usually within the first 5 pages of your business plan. All right. So it's not the full business plan. It's like literally only the executive summary, which most likely will be a 1-pager. They want you to upload that file as well. Now you will answer a few questions like, what are your business challenges? It says besides funding. So don't tell them your challenge is funding. What are your biggest challenges facing your company right now? Well, if you have a business plan, you can use your risk analysis that will help with answering this question. You will copy and paste from there. Your biggest challenges or your risk factors with being in your particular industry could be, let's say, for example, if you are doing childcare, right? It could be not having parents that won't be able to pay their child's fees on time, right? Which can be a big problem for you because you use the fees that are paid directly from the parents to be able to pay the bills and keep the lights on. So you will be able to use this $100,000 opportunity to use it as a safety net in case some of those parents are not able to pay for their child care services at the time. You'll be able to give them a credit with this $100,000 accelerator program, and also you'll be able to keep the lights on. Okay, so that's an example. Program goals. All right, so Were you to be selected for this program, what are the top 3 objectives you would like Generator to help you achieve? All right, so that's very simple. Some of you all are looking for help with, starting your business. So that can be like getting supplies and equipment. That could be mentorship. That can be help with just simply navigating through this particular industry, right? So name the top 3 objectives, things that you would like to accomplish by being a part of this program. Why should they select you for this program? All right, this is where you want to show some compassion. All right, you can put in, you've always wanted to do this. This has been your dream. How this will be impactful to your clients, how you will be different with this opportunity, how you will be able to provide jobs for your particular community by having this opportunity, things like that. Okay. All right, so then you'll put in your own demographics, personal pronouns, he, she, they, or them. Your founder demographics, CEO demographics, which is both the same. Are you black, white, Asian, whatever your ethnic group is. Referral service, so you could just put in like, you could put in like, if you are watching me, you can put in YouTube, whatever have you. And then if you are a Alabama HBCU alumni or you're a member of them, then you can put yes. If not, then you can put no. This does not decrease your chances of approvals. You don't need to be a part of Alabama HBCU in order to qualify. Previous programs. So if you've never applied or gotten into any of their programs, you can click on none. Sorry. You'll click on none. And then you click on the boxes like you agree to the terms and conditions, and then simply apply. All right. So that is how you apply for this $100,000 accelerator program. The information on how to apply is simply in the description below of this particular live stream. Okay. All right. So does anybody have any questions for me? We went over some really good stuff. In the beginning of this live stream, I told you what a grant is. Keep in mind, grants are free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks, no personal information needed at all. Okay, for these grants, no credit checks, right? It's free money that you don't have to pay back. Being properly prepared will really help you increase your chances of approvals with these grants. So having things like a business plan, a business pitch deck, and a 3-minute pitch video that tells us about your services and products and why you should be chosen will really help increase your chances of approvals. It shows preparedness, and it shows that you are serious and aggressively going for grants. No, grants are not 100% guaranteed that you would get approved for it, but there's no funding opportunity in the world that would give you 100% guarantee, not even loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, especially what's going on politically. Especially if you are a minority business owner, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been experiencing some denials from the loan world, especially if you're a Black-owned company. And that's simply because there's no diverse equity inclusion initiatives anymore. So therefore, if you are not coming to pay to play with those loans, well, then take advantage of these free money opportunities that other business owners in your industry are winning, and you can potentially win too. Now, it's not always the case where you have to simply apply to 100+ grants in order for you to get approved to one. That's not always the case. It's just being properly prepared, showing compassion, being detailed, and being very thorough, right? Being detailed, thorough, showing compassion, and being concise inside of your answers is what really is going to help you with getting approved for these grant opportunities. Now, also keep in mind that you want to go for grants that align with your business mission. You might come across a grant that is specifically for veteran entrepreneurs. Let's say, for example. But if you go through the official rules of that particular grant opportunity and you learn more about the grant mission, well, that grant mission might be directed towards veteran entrepreneurs who are helping the youth with understanding more about the Army or different career paths that they can take. But your company might be a tech company or might be a transportation company. Okay, so It's important for you to read to comprehend. If you are not confident that you will be able to answer these questions properly, that's where having the business plan will come into play. It will serve as the answer key you need. You will simply copy and paste out of your business plan. However, while I'm telling you can copy and paste from your business plan, that is not the green light for you to go and use ChatGPT. There are GPT tools and AI tools out here that can detect if you are using ChatGPT to answer your questions. Now, what the grantors will do is they will download your entire application submission and they will upload it to what's called Zero GPT. Zero GPT is the world leading AI detector that can detect any punctuation of AI that has been used to answer your questions on your grant application. Once Zero GPT lets the grantors know that you have used ChatGPT or any AI to help you with answering your questions, then unfortunately, your application is voided. It is thrown out the window. So, having your business plan already properly prepared and done, and copying and pasting from the business plan, which will be your answer key, is your best bet. Okay. Now, you can use AI to help you with word count and to help you with punctuation. All right. To make sure you're using the correct grammar and spelling. But you cannot use ChatGPT to answer all of your questions. So, a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners and startups have been using ChatGPT with answering these grant questions, looking for the easiest way to get some free money or free funding. And this is why their actual grant applications are being thrown out the window. But then what they do is they turn around and they tell all other entrepreneurs and small business owners that grants are a lie, grants have personal interest, and there's no way that you can win a grant simply because they themselves have been applying to grants the incorrect way. And also, they've been trying to take the easier route. It's important for you to use your creative writing skills, and it's important for you to be properly prepared. Understand that yes, you are competing with other business owners who aggressively need funding just like you do. But show up for your business and show the reasons for why you should be chosen for this debt free money. So right now I have 50% off on my consultations. If you want a one-on-one consultation, you want me to walk you through a grant or two, or you want me to walk you through how this works for your particular business and how to give yourself like some, well, like let's say execution strategy on how to make money now, instead of waiting on a grant opportunity, then book a one-on-one consultation with me. The information is down below in the description. Right now it's $50 for a 45-minute consultation. So worth it. I teach you all you need to know about how to be properly prepared for the business world. I'm not new to this. I'm definitely true to entrepreneurship. I've been winning grants for 10 years. I've been an entrepreneur for that long, and I have this dedicated YouTube channel for you so you can learn all you need to know about the business funding world, especially about grants. And I've been doing this YouTube thing for 6 years, okay? So I'm more than happy and open to teaching you all you need to know in a 45-minute Zoom call, and also answering any questions that you might have that you might not be comfortable with answering right now live on YouTube, okay? All right. So, is there anybody out there that has any questions about what we went over? All the information you need on how to apply, or which link to use, or where to go to apply is all inside of the description below. Okay. Good stuff for sure things. Thank you so much. Perfect. Okay. So, any questions? I'm going to give you some time. This was a really good conversation. And don't allow like other entrepreneurs and small business owners discourage you because of their experiences that they've went through. A lot of entrepreneurs, or let's say especially startups, they're just simply looking to make money, and there are some challenging times that we're going through economically all across the world. So I can totally understand if people are looking for the most easiest way to make money or to get some funding, but a grantor is a more strategic and serious way on getting money. It's more than just getting the funding that you need. They're also going to give you, mentorship and put you in that room with other entrepreneurs and with other top industry earning leaders that that is really going to help you take yourself to the next level. Okay, so it's bigger than that, and grantors can tell when you are just applying just so you can make the money. They are looking for, in your answers, they're looking for actual strategy. They're looking for thoroughness. They're looking for honesty. They're looking for perseverance. They're looking for integrity. They're looking for um, you know they're looking for a need for the grant. Okay, so it's more than just, oh, you're simply applying, submitting an application, and then you might get chosen. You have grants where you can definitely increase your chances of approvals by the type of way that you answer the questions. Okay, where is your information about mentorship listed? It's inside of the description of this video. So you can either tap on the title of this live stream, and it should bring up the description, or you can tap on my face somewhere on the screen. It depends on the screen. It depends on the type of mobile device that you have. And it should bring up the description, and you'll see all the links to apply to this $100,000 accelerator program we just went over. And also you'll see the link to my like the consultation link. I'll also put my number inside of the chat for you, so you can text hashtag grants to 855-731-1487. If you're watching this afterwards, you can definitely text the word hashtag grants to 855-731-1487. Once you text the word grants, I will automatically send you the my booking link, so you can go ahead and book a time that you and I can have a 45-minute conversation and just dive deeper into how to help your business and your startup get the grant funding that you deserve. Okay. All right. So I've been doing this for a long time. So yeah. Any other questions? I don't want to keep you for too long. I'm so happy that we are like knocking these things out in less than an hour, because usually my live streams go for like an hour or more. But it depends on how engaging you all are. But I'm very direct. And for those of you who are coming, if you can please like the live stream, because liking the live stream will allow the YouTube algorithm to push this live stream out to so many other entrepreneurs that is looking for this information. Okay. Thank you, Ralph. You're welcome, Sabrina. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, for sure. I really do appreciate it. I really do. My business is in construction and I need your help. Absolutely, absolutely. Life with Madam Gunner. So yeah, okay, that's fine. If you are into real estate development, it's all about if you're in just general construction, like for the city or the state, or for the government, your focus is your business mission. All right. So you need to have some sort of program that you plan on doing. Let's say, for example, you have a construction company, and what you want to do is you want to hire ex felons, and to give the felons an opportunity or a second chance, right? So if you have some sort of program that you want to develop, then grants will be really good for you. Grants are very community driven. You know what I mean? They want to see how impactful will the opportunity be if you were chosen, right? So yeah, instead of just giving you, money just for you to start. Okay, yeah, for veterans. So yeah, so that will be cool. So as long as you thoroughly explain that, like we are helping veterans have a second chance at life by providing them with a program in our construction company that will give them, health benefits. In addition to that, they will get paid, good money. And, they'll have a job. They'll be learning a skill that is needed everywhere in the nation, in the United States. Okay. And our mission is to help them stay, moving forward, and things like that, and to develop. Okay, so however you're going to work that, make sure you are properly prepared and you're explaining what your grant mission is inside of your business plan and your pitch deck in your 3-minute pitch video. Okay. Marie says, thank you for the information. We will be in touch. Thank you so much, Marie. And I can't wait to meet you and to learn more about your business. Thanks so much for joining. It's heavy. Says, I don't have a website. However, would a landing page be sufficient? Yes, as long as you have the domain. And the domain is the www.abccompany.com. Sabrina says, my business is an adult daycare center. Absolutely. So it's all about your business mission. Remember, they want to make sure they're only choosing companies that are mission driven. So if you have an adult daycare center, what is your main mission? What's going to make you different from other adult daycare centers in your area? How are you going to provide more opportunities, more incentives? Are you going to do more outings, things like that? So what's going to make you different? And how would the grant opportunity, how would $100,000 help you with developing what you're doing and help you be impactful to your customers? Okay. So yeah, absolutely. You can go for a grant. There is a grant for any business industry, whether you're in trucking, transportation, delivery services, adult daycares, childcare facilities. You can be into plumbing. You can be into car washes. You can be into whatever type of business industry it is. It can be beauty, barbershops, whatever have you. Okay. There will always be a grant for you. It's all about how you win a grant. It's about how you actually, the key to it is how you're answering the questions, okay? You can apply to one grant and simply win just off of how you answered the grant question, okay? And showing, being clear, concise, and compassionate, all right? Being clear, all right? Showing a clear need for the grant, being concise, all right? Being very direct about how the steps of how you would actually make money and how this will be impactful, and being compassionate. All right. So what is the impact that you will have on your clients? How are you solving that problem? And what is the passion behind you getting into that particular industry? Okay. Being clear, concise, and compassionate will really help increase your chances of approvals, no matter what type of grant you are applying to. All right, so will the pitch deck info be located in the YouTube Grant Masterclass? Yes, it is. I have an entire dedicated, 5-video YouTube series that teaches you about the things you need to have. I talk about what a pitch deck is in a pitch video, and I dive deeper into that information as well, okay? And it's simply developing a business PowerPoint presentation about your company, okay? So don't overthink it. Just do a couple of slides, up to like 10 or 15 slides. Introduce your product. What's the problem? How are you solving it? Who are your competitors? What makes you different from your competitors? How much funding are you requesting? And also, how would this funding help you develop, right? So what is your goals? What is your plan of action? All right. You need to have that inside of your PowerPoint presentation, which is your business pitch deck. All right. So don't overthink it. It's something that you can definitely take care of right now. All right. Thank you so much. I will text you for your service. Awesome. I can't wait to meet you, Sabrina. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So is there any other questions? Hey, how are you, Black Solora? Thank you so much for coming in. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, so any other last minute questions before we get out of here? I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. You're very welcome. Keep in mind that the information you need, I'm having $50 45-minute Zoom call consultations. In these consultations, we are going to dive so much deeper into how to get your particular business grant ready. You're going to get all the reassurance and clarity you need. If you weren't able to text or type in your question at this moment by watching this particular video or live stream, it's okay. My information is in the description below. You can simply go to my website, which is superchargemybusiness.com. click on grant calls and you can book a one-on-one consultation with me, and we can just talk so much more about where you currently are in your business. A lot of my consultations, they end in such a great way. A lot of my clients feel like they've gotten more information than what they came for. The actual proof is on my website, okay, on superchargemybusiness.com. I have some client testimonials there, and you can even go through some of the comments with people saying